Hello and welcome. You see the scoreboard there. This is Silrace with Titanfall campaign. This is the first ever round of the release of the game, so I finally went and got Titanfall. Because, well, I have been fighting off my flu and finally I can talk without fear of losing my voice. So it's time to make some videos, eh? However, as you could see them from the scoreboard in the beginning, this round isn't gonna be fun, huh? So, I want to talk about the campaign and not the actual gameplay, because this is just me going to be running around the map, figuring out where else you can go, where all you can go, and what also all sorts of things you can do on the map. Because, frankly, the Smack Talk started already in the lobby. You guys are fucked! Yeah, well, why are you being a douche about it and just enjoy your free win, because the game just decided to stick us in a lobby like this, because that's obviously fair and stuff. I'll talk about the progression and unlock system in another video, but this one is just campaign, and I want to talk about what I think is wrong with the campaign. So, firstly, the big issue I have with the campaign is that they locked the two titans behind it. It's essentially telling us you will not play the game the way you want it. You will play the game the way we want you to play. Because, well, I would like to play domination. By now I have finished most of the campaign. Like, the time I'm making this video. But I'll get to that in a second. But basically it's like, I am a objective-minded player. I would like to play domination, eh? And frankly, this first map is domination, which is quite nice, but it doesn't matter much when we are down a player and the enemy has freaking millions of unlocks already and stuff. So yeah, campaign. The fact they made it a separate game mode, instead of integrated it as part of the actual regular maps. I mean, give us an option in the options menu to enable or disable cinematics. And then while the clock is ticking down to next game or to the round, cut in the cinematics about, like, you know, 30-20 seconds early, and then let people see the ending cinematics. It could have cut in the time you spend in the lobby by enabling or disabling them, you know? And you could have played the campaign no matter what game mode you are playing, as long as you are playing on the correct map for that campaign, where that campaign mission happens. They could have played the freaking opening and ending cinematics for you and some of the in-game audio, which is extra on top. And you could have finished the campaign playing the game modes you like to play. Wouldn't matter if it's the Last Titan Standing, Domination, Attrition, whatever. Instead, they make it its own freaking game mode, where you have to queue for the campaign specifically. What happens 6 months down the line, when majority of the people who are right now playing or who have just gotten into the game and whatnot, have finished the campaign? In 6 months or maybe a year or something, there's no one playing the campaign anymore. And so when a newbie comes in and starts like, I would like my Titan unlocks, no one is playing the campaign, so screw you, newbie, I guess. So yeah, I mean, I didn't play single player campaign in Battlefield 3 ever. I don't like the railroad shooter those are. Battlefield 4 campaign I trundled through once. Because most of it to me felt like I was listening to dialogue, so from that point of view I'm really liking this campaign. Right? It's basically opening cinematic and ending cinematic, and the rest of it you can play. However, like I said, they could have just integrated that to be part of the regular freaking game modes and not made it a game mode of its own, basically. However, this leads to these other issues I have with it, which is basically the fact that they put in the Titans behind the damn campaign mode. Because if you want your Titans, you must finish the campaign. And I'd like to see what the Titans are. Like, how different do they actually play compared to the Atlas Titan, which already played around in the beta and stuff. And it also results in lobbies like this, obviously. Because there are newbies who want their Titans, and then there are, you know, people who are already have all their stuff or whatever, and then just come here to, you know, Because it's easy way to farm newbies for wins as well. Play campaign. Wait for newbies to come and join your games, and you might be level 50 or something, and you are good at the game. You can all just trounce them to the ground. Huh? Easy wins, hey? Easy unlocks. So frankly, I like the campaign from the point of view that it's very different from the Battlefield style campaigns, or Call of Duty style campaigns. However, I don't think it's worth the time, other than the freaking unlocks. I mean, if you would have had, let's say, all the lore, which is in the damn things, written as a freaking menu pieces, which unlock while you play the campaign as well, you know, as a part of the menu, allow me to read the, you know, actual background lore of this stuff. That would be a nice touch, you know. You could unlock the campaign missions, and then you could go back and read the stuff through if you really wanted to. Cause something extra, you know? Because at this price, the game feels like there is not that much in it. Sure, I am quite okay with a smaller amount of weapons and so on. All these things are quite fine. However, if you look at the amount of content which comes in the basically same price Battlefield 4. Okay, Battlefield 4 has its issues, netcode, whatnot. It does. But there is just so much more in that game than is present in here. If you just want the single player campaign, the single player campaign is basically twice as long as this game's single player campaign. Well, there is no single player campaign, but you get my point, huh? So frankly, I just find there being massive issues with the campaign. Mostly it's the fact that they decided to put in the things which are really interesting in this game. The Titans behind the freaking campaign. I've repeated this too many times, but that is a massive issue, and basically for the future, when there is not many people playing the campaign anymore, those Titans might become completely unlockable. They have to change that anyway at that point, very likely. And if they don't, then yeah, screw any and all new players who want the new Titans. I don't understand this mentality at all. It feels like the developers are, you know, they don't want players to play their game the way the players want to play. It's more of a, you play as we tell you to play, because screw you guys, huh? That's what this campaign feels like, especially the fact that the Titans are behind them. Because I'm a domination kind of guy. I like an objective to play. And majority of the campaign games are attrition, not domination. I would like to even play Last Titan Standing instead of the attrition mode, to be honest. But thank you very much for watching. I'll let the round run to its end, and I'll talk about the progression system and my analysis with it in the next video.